Hey guys, what's up? Today I have for you a video on 5 tips for productivity for when you're depressed. Now, when you're depressed, you clearly know how you feel. You're either sad or lethargic, you don't want to do anything, you have all these things you want to do, but you just don't have the energy to do it. So I've come up with 5 tips that could hopefully help you through that rough patch. So with that said, let's get started. Number 1, make a list. Making a list helps me stay focused on the things that I need to do throughout the day. It doesn't necessarily mean that I have to accomplish them all, but if I write them down when I remember, then I can't forget later on. Don't think of your list as something that you have to complete in the one day. If you make that list and you feel that way, then I would encourage you to revise your list on most urgent to most important. When you do it that way, then you won't feel so overwhelmed. If you have those 1, 2, 3 tasks that you need to do, focus on those ones instead. If you feel as though you have to justify the tasks that you didn't complete, then I encourage you to make a separate list, write down the ones you didn't do, and write why you didn't do them. This can help you understand and express yourself in the most honesty that you can provide to yourself as to why you didn't complete them. This has helped me, and I've reached out to others to let them know they should do the same, because once you get it down on paper, you just feel better. If you couldn't mow the lawn, why couldn't you mow the lawn? Well, it was kind of hot outside. I didn't feel like doing it. I sat at the front door for a while thinking about doing it, just couldn't do it. There's nothing wrong with that, so it's okay. If you have to write that down, do it. Number 2, take breaks. This is really important for productivity because when you're depressed, your mind either wanders or you feel empty or you feel as though you have too much to do and you become overwhelmed. This is how I've always felt when I had made lists or if I wanted to do something with my day. I've always felt overwhelmed and empty, or I would find myself focused on something else. Taking a break in between these can really help establish that recovery time so you can stay focused on whatever it is that you're trying to do. Taking a break also should make you realize that you don't have to rush through everything. If, for example, you want to organize your bookshelf, if you organize one part of the shelf and you feel tired, get up and go get a glass of water, go walk around the house, the kitchen, your backyard, or maybe you want to just kind of sit down and watch some TV. Do that. Just don't fall into it. Limit yourself and feel encouraged to go back to your tasks. Don't forget them and brush them off, because then you'll really hate yourself at the end of the day. It's also the same concept on when you're writing an essay. They encourage you to write out a draft, come back with fresh eyes either within an hour, a few hours, or maybe even the next day. If you have to do that, that's okay. Just remember to come back to it and finish it, because again, you'll probably hate yourself at the end of the day, and we don't want that. Number 3, meditate. Now, guided meditation is one of my favorite tools because it really helps ground me in the moment and stay focused. Meditating is a great tool, and there's a lot of varieties, speakers, podcasts, apps out there that you can use. I use one called Simple Habit, which I will have linked down below. It is an app that gives you meditations for everything throughout the day, for work, for sleep, for anxiety, for depression, you name it, they have it. And it's a great tool for me when I'm trying to stay focused. Meditating helps you stay grounded, like I said before. So if you feel like you're losing focus or you really need that, take that break, take this 5 minutes just to hear somebody walk you through a breathing exercise. Because then you'll just be focused on what they are saying to you versus what you're thinking, and you'll come back refreshed. That 5 minutes will feel like an hour, and it's really, blissful. I enjoy it, so I encourage you to try that out. Number 4, staying hydrated. This is really important because your body needs water to keep going. People don't realize the importance of water consumption. So when you're having a down day, your body is run down. Having that water accessible will keep you going, believe it or not. When you are about to start a task or whatever it is that you're starting to do, make sure you're prepped with all of the tools, and that includes water. If you have to have just a few bottles of water or a glass of water, whatever it is, have that handy. If you're not a water person, then stock up on whatever it is you're gonna drink. If you like hot tea, set the kettle. get your mug out with the tea bag in it, or if you like soda, anything like that. I encourage water more though, but to each their own, no pressure. And last but not least, number 5, yoga or stretching. This is an important tool because it once again gets you grounded. It also gets you physically active just for 5 minutes. Stretching your legs, your arms, your back, or anything like that, getting on the floor and just moving around will get your blood going and you'll feel good. It's really hard for me to talk about it because I have to talk myself into doing it. And sometimes it'll take me 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I've wasted all that time trying to work myself up into doing it. I don't pressure myself with yoga as much, but getting down on the floor just to stretch my legs really gets me going. I'll start to breathe more, and I notice everything that my body is feeling, which is that grounding aspect. You want to be in the present. And while you're stretching or doing that yoga exercise, you won't even realize how much time has passed. So you'll feel rejuvenated and refreshed to get back to whatever task you're doing. And there you have it. These are my 5 tips for productivity when you're depressed. What are some things that you like to do when you're depressed and you want to stay focused? Let me know. And as always, thanks for watching.